So it turns out it's actually really difficult to get a commercial marine insurance policy when you're not 21 years old yet, which means that 3 years ago, when I was 18 and starting my fishing charter business, that it was really difficult to find anyone who wanted to insure me. But you didn't click on this video to hear my whole life story, so I'm not going to drag you through the mud and make you wait till the end of the video to hear how much it is. So let me just spoil it right off the bat. My total annual premium is $650. But if you want to hear me break it down a little bit more, then stick around, because I actually have the real sheet of paper here. I don't want to hold it too close to the camera because there's like some policy numbers and stuff on it, but I'm not just like making this stuff up and pulling it out of thin air. I'm actually like going off my literal piece of paper that I have here. So I'm not claiming to be like some insurance expert or anything like that. I'm just a customer of this insurance company reading over the paperwork, because when I was looking all over the place to get my insurance policy, there wasn't a ton of information out there. So I really don't want to say the name of the company that I'm with or anything like that, because I don't want to cause any problems. But so anyways, my boat is insured for seasonal insurance, which means that I have a layup period from December 1st to March 15th, because, well, I don't fish in the wintertime because there's ice. So why would I pay for insurance when I'm not out on the water? But so that saves me a little bit of money, because it cuts down on like what, almost like 4 months of, so almost 4 months out of the year that I don't have to pay insurance on, which is nice. But let's go through the line items now. So on the actual boat actually isn't even what is the most insured. It's a 2% minimum deductible, or $500 per vessel, and I pay $245 on a $25,000 hull agreed value for coverage. So $245 per year or annually for just the hull agreed value, which is basically like the actual boat itself with none of the like extra things on it, from the way I understand. Now, the next thing, and this is what is the most expensive, is watercraft liability, $100,000 per occurrence, and I pay $323 annually for that. And the way I understand it, at least in Michigan, it's a minimum of 100 grand of watercraft liability that you have to carry. And I'm not going to pretend to know like what exactly that all covers. I think it's for, obviously, if you have like some boating accident or something like that out on the water. I don't really know, to be honest, though, because I just know that I have to have it in order to be legal. So I do, and that's what I pay for it. So the watercraft liability and the actual boat, those are the two biggest things. And now the rest of the stuff is a little bit more minor, but there's a uninsured watercraft, $100,000 per occurrence, that is only $9 a year, which, again, not even 100% sure what that entails, but I'm paying for it because I have to have it. And then there's a medical payment, $5,000 per occurrence, that's $6 a year. Oil pollution liability, $25,000 per occurrence. I pay $7 a year. Personal effects, $2,500 per occurrence per vessel, with a $250 deductible. I pay $24 a year for that, which, the way I understand it, the personal effects would be like equipment, things like that. Like if somebody like got on board and like stole my fish finders and my downriggers or something like that, I believe that that's what that means. Emergency towing and assist, $500 per occurrence, $3 a year for that, which that's kind of nice to have. Haven't had to use that at all, obviously. Well, thankfully. And then trailer, which I pay $30 a year for the trailer, and all of that adds up to a total annual premium of $650. Now, I feel like that is pretty reasonable, because it really only takes me like 1.5 trips to pay for the insurance, which I'm fine with that. I know some guys that pay a lot more than that, and I know some guys that pay a little bit less than that, but at the end of the day, I think that my premium is a little bit higher because of the fact that I am so young and they have trouble, I guess, trusting me with perceived lack of experience, even though I've taken more people fishing than a lot of grown adults. Well, technically I am an adult, I guess, but you get the point. So anyways, I'm not going to bore you with any more details. That was a rundown of my insurance policy, so you can kind of compare apples to apples, what you're about to pay or what you're already paying versus what I had. And yeah,